Hello, welcome to WWE 2K25 Universe Mode and kicking things off. Lyra Valkyrie getting revenge for the assault from Kiana James last week, and well, Jesus, this is an all-out brawl. Lyra being escorted backstage. I mean, we do have breaking news though. Sadly, Ethan Page has been rendered unfit to compete. The circumstances are currently being kept private, but this means Andrade is officially granted a championship shot. So the number one contention matchup last week, of course, Ethan Page pulled out a tremendous win. But Ethan Page will no longer be fit to wrestle, so Andrade is getting the chance. And well, Kiana James now taking things back between the ropes. And while Tegan Knox, her opponent for tonight, and we can only imagine that James is feeling the effects of Lyra Valkyrie's assault. And I mean, you can't say it was unjustified. You can't say that it was unruly, that it was unnecessary. Kiana James did the same thing to her last week, completely unprompted. And while James doing a good job, you're staying one up on Knox. But you can see Kiana feeling the effects. And well, Tegan sent straight into the steel steps there. And well, James is going for brutality above all else here. Oh, wait a minute, doing a back up, and well, it looks like the back of Kiana gave out. Knox sends her straight into the steel steps. And while Knox rolls back out to break the count, but Kiana cutting Knox down when she stands, slowing down the pace. The girl with the shiniest wizard needing to do a little work before she can get further than this. And well, speaking of Shayna Baszler, her stablemate Sonya Deville will be action against Ivy Nile after Ivy got a huge shock win over the champion last week. Something here Shayna is quite angry at. And oh no, Knox shining from the top. Planted in the corner. Tossed to the side like a trash bag, and again, James just not looking to get into the nitty gritty. Not looking to toy him. Went for those knees to the ribs. And Knox. Fall away slam, held the bridge considering a cover, but oh well, locks in for the pin, and James gets the shoulder up a one. Oh well, Tegan challenges Kiana, and Kiana, I would say against all better judgments, is engaging. If I was Kiana James, I'd be keeping a distance. I wouldn't be getting involved. And, well, there you go. James shuts it down, but it took a lot out of it. Well, Kiana X2-0. 1, 2, kicks out of 2.5. Well, what's the game plan? Well, whatever it was, Tegan had other plans in mind. And again, this struggle for Kiana James as she is having to give everything and more to try and hold her own here to try and keep herself up on her feet. But look at the back of Knox. Oh, wait a minute, the chop. Again, we see Tegan rallying. Missile drop kick like a bullet out the chamber of a gun. And shoulder up from Kiana. But James stays down and... Well, Knox setting up to do her work now. Shining Wizard. Could be the end. Connects. And 3. A devastating loss for James. And wait a minute, Valkyrie. Back out here to taunt Kiana after her loss. Tegan Knox picking up a huge win tonight. And well, Kiana clearly not over this, not settled with what has just transpired. Marching up the ramp while Lyra is ready and waiting. I think Lyra wants a fight. Jessica Carr desperately trying to encourage both women to walk their separate ways, but a sucker punch, and here we go. The brawl ensues. The security and a sheriff coming out, and well, it's not enough. This is out of control. We need to get people out here now. We need to keep this contained. What the? Oh well, the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, Andrade, last week took on Ethan Page in what was quite a fun main event. But Andrade was able to lock down the win. And well, walk away with all the stakes. Last week I earned a shot at that World Heavyweight Championship. Last time I walked out empty-handed. But this time, Drew McIntyre, you will be the one left with nothing. I'm officially declaring my bid for Clash of the Castle, so hold on to that championship tight. And well, I guess we'll see how long Regal sticks around you when you have nothing. You think he's loyal? This is the same man that has a son wrestling. Young man, I appreciate the sentiment. Wait, Regal, and the drive that is what got me to where I am in life. Last week, you put on a bloody good show. But if you follow through with this challenge, I cannot guarantee your safety. Well, Regal interjecting, we are gentlemen, so we won't turn down your right to challenge. But I urge you to reconsider. Continuing to pursue Drew won't just harm you. It will harm those closest to you. So consider their futures, as well as your own. And while a vague threat coming from Regal as he stands far away from the stage. And we've seen the work of Regal and Drew already. But it's interesting to see what path this will take. Oh, well, Andrade declaring his shot, and well, coming out now, the opponent for Sami Zayn, and wait, Tozawa dropped by Owens. We saw this last week when Owens took out Kit Wilson to attack Cena, and I'm noticing a little bit of a trend here. Owens targeting the 2 men from his bracket in the Intercontinental Championship contendership race. Oh well, Zayn coming out swinging. Oh well, Sami letting it all out on Owens. Of course, these once friends, now bitter enemies. Owens breaks the hold. Ah well, Zayn keeping Owens at bay here, but it's not enough. Big splash from Owens to Sami. Oh well, went for a pop-up powerbomb, it looked like, and Zayn drives Owens to the mat. And a Blue Thunder bomb. Oh well, that's what beat John. Pop-up powerbomb right from the off. 1, 2, and no. KO just hell-bent here on doing damage to Sami. Sami fires through, quick roll up. pinfall. Owens, though, relinquishes the counter pin. Oh, well, what's KO's plan here? Just planting Zayn out the corner. To the top. Bullfrog splash. No one home. Sami. Again, though, going back to these submissions. And KO with the big knees. You got a question. I mean, the common theme, of course, Owens does seem to be targeting the two men that succeeded from his half of the bracket. The only thing I think is Owens is attempting to prove one hell of a point to the expense of Cena and Zayn. I mean, Zayn puts Owens down. Didn't have the strength to pull himself back up. And was KO thinking, yeah, just the... well, Kevin just keeping a close grip on Sami. And again, Zayn just doing what he can to try and counter Owens' attacks. Well, Zayn. Gorgeous Northern Light suplex. Well, Owens flips out. Big boot connects. Zayn is putting on a valiant fight, but again, Owens just... Now, well, looking to send Zayn to the outside. I mean, normally you don't see Sami rising to this level. But Owens has clearly picked a personal grudge. Oh, wait. Zayn, you gotta be careful. This could be catastrophic. Well, Sami. Hang on. Worlds collide. Well, even on the outside, it wouldn't have mattered either way, but Owens refuses to submit. No. No. And power bomb on the apron. KO just... for not for a second letting up. And again, Sami just trying to get a grip, and well, here we go. These two men now dueling it out. Center of the ring with their bare knuckles. I mean, obviously Owens has lost his mind in the recent structure of not being able to walk in and not being able to compete for that Intercontinental Championship after he got caught by Cena. And here we go. Owens and Zayn get into a brawl. Sami. Well, missed the haluva kick first time round. But a grave mistake here from Zayn. And Owens. 2.9, Jessica Carr not noticing that Owens had his hand on the ring ropes. I mean, look at the back of Sami Zayn. I mean, this is gone far beyond Owens proving a point. This is Owens jeopardizing the future of another man's career. And again on the apron. Oh, wait, Zayn. Half and half suplex. Sammy pushes Owens back between the ropes. And well, Zayn. Single leg Boston Crab. Oh well. The rope break was called. Again, Zayn attempting the crossbody. Owens. Wait, no. Center of the ring. Package. Pile driver. 1, 2, 3. Again, that superseded Owens' need and fight. Owens going the extra mile to make Zayn suffer. And while ending it all with that package pile driver, Zayn could have won it based off that. Owens had his hand on the rope. Jessica Card didn't notice, and just look at this, the brutality that was brought into the ring, the half and half suplex on the outside as Zayn started to pick back his rally, looking to get some momentum for a Helluva Kick. And this was where Owens had had enough. Hooks him up, nails the package pile driver. Zayn left unconscious, and Owens bookmarks the second man who stood in his way to the Intercontinental Championship. I feel like that is the point he is trying to make. Our Theory and Grayson backstage. Look, I can't deny we were in a rut here. Last week we got made to look like idiots by those high-flying morons, and I'm sick of it. We need to be reheated. We need something new. You're right. Next week we get a rematch against Fraxium, but hear me out. Let's stop being a unit. I bought us matching gear. While Grayson there pitching some ideas to rejuvenate them, we need to look the part. On top of that, we need to switch up the style. This is no longer the Austin Theory show. We need to keep up tags. I know you love that body, man, but you gotta focus what's in front of us. And well, bother insinuating the reason they're losing is because Theory is hogging the spotlight. Be ready to hop in and support the team. No more self-focus. And no more hearing Ethan. Of course, Ethan Page, sadly, out of action. It's why Andrade is... Oh, wait a minute, look, whatever, man. I just need to think. I'll see you next week. Well, Austin Theory just hearing Waller out and, well, now walking off. And, well, could we be seeing dissension and potentially the end of 8-Town Down Under? As the one, the beast, the badass, Sonya Deville, the founder of the Pure Fusion Collective. Sonya Deville steps in between the ropes in a bid to try and get one back for a stablemate and the women's champion, Shayna Baszler. Ivy now shocked the world, made the submission magician tap out. Of course, which guarantees her a title shot, but let's be honest, it is not going to be made easy for 1 second. Pure Fusion Collective banding together, while Ivy Nile, of course a member of Pure Fusion Collective, is standing alone. She's had no in-ring support from her stablemates. Of course, Gable in action in tonight's main event as he tries to get the win back over Jey Uso, the Intercontinental Champion, and while Jessica Carr wait a minute. Ivy driving Sonya into the ropes. And a clean break. And this could be where things start to shine, but Nile catapulted to the outside. Where DeVille can now begin her work, but no. Ivy reversing the momentum. And kick to the midsection. And that short stop, reverse DDT, but blasting the neck of Ivy Nile into her knee. Well, Ivy refusing to get ragdolled to ringside. And I mean, of course, I think the thing was, Shayna Baszler was calm. She had just won a hell of a triple threat. And I'm not trying to make excuses, of course. Ivy Nile is talented, but maybe, just maybe, Shayna didn't think Ivy Nile had that in her, had the abilities that she has. Oh god. A wild kick. Found nothing but air. And while DeVille punishing Ivy for wasting her time, for attempting that powerbomb into the corner. And wait. Kamagoye. But Nile felt the brewing confidence of Sonya. And DeVille not looking to play ball on these submissions. Went for that slide. Could have been targeting the lower legs of Ivy, looking to take out her power base. And this time it is Sonya playing possum to get a jump on Ivy Nile. On Ivy, yeah. Well, Sonya just getting herself in the ring, waiting out the clock. And a high clothesline again. Well, Sonya again just dropping back into that corner. And that single leg tackle. Followed by a ground and pound. Of course, DeVille is a pure-blooded striker. Through and through. And Nile is just desperately trying to show that last week was not a fluke, but Sonya Deville is all over her here. And the kicks. And the roundhouse attempted. Ivy, the wherewithal to duck, and gorgeous little sequence there. And hang on. Ivy in the triangle. And Ivy could be in serious trouble here. Can DeVille seal the deal? And yes, Ivy submits, realizing what's at stake. Hang on. Sonya seemingly calling. Ivy fighting, knowing what she's in Stuff on, that's Zoe Starkin. Wait, was that Maxine Dupree? Dupree seemingly siding with the Pure Fusion Collective, and I wonder what the hell that's about. Well, we move over to the tag team scene. And the Authors of Pain, the Raw Tag Team Champions, set for contest. Last week we discovered Fraxium will be the new challengers. But tonight they take on JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day. And well, those championships, no. An easy thing to pick up, but well earned, as 8 Kamen Rider bulldozed A-Town Down Under. They bulldozed everyone who stepped in their path on the way to those titles. And now, JD and Dom are the men in the firing line. No Paul Ellering, no Cross, no Scarlett. Tonight the Authors look to do what they do best, and that is create suffering. Well, here we go. All rise as the Judgment Day have arrived. Of course, we've not seen much from them after Finn Balor entered the triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship, and well, the entire crew coming out to accompany them: Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, Carlito. I'm getting word that they will not be here at ringside, but nonetheless, they are here tonight to show their support for the entrance. And well, could this be the beginning of a great future for these 5 stars? As dominant, well, of course, led front and center by Finn and Balor. A group huddle. You can only imagine they have game plans. They have things in motion tonight. They will not be left in the shadows. And Finn invites them into the ring. As well, Dom and Liv share a moment outside the ring. Oh, well, I can only imagine Liv Morgan is praying for Dominic here. Razor kicking things off, and well, AOP is just dismantled JD and Dom right from the off. And well, they can sent back into the ring. This is probably not quite what the Judgment Day were looking for here, as a brawl ensues on the outside between between Akam and JD, effectively making this a singles matchup. Tag made, Akam the legal man. Huge shoulder tackle. This is just a brutal display. And wait, Dominic just got bodied in the corner of AOP. Tag made now. Razor back to being the legal man. And what could we be looking for here? Sends him into the powerbomb position. Assisted. Power bombing coming. Rolls him over. 1, 2. And a deep kick out from Mysterio. I mean, JD McDonough hasn't even had a chance to get a tag. And well, that Dom again just dropped like a sack of bricks. And, well, with no sign of Dom kicking out. JD runs in to be the savior. Dominic threw the kick. Razor just looked at him with a blank stare. And again, Razor just... And Dominic realizing now grappling. Looking to break the mold. Tag made. JD the legal man as they exploit Razor. Nope. Not for long. McDonough now the one in the firing seat. And JD gone for a ride of his own. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and... Well, Dominic in quickly to make the save. And JD just being bounced like a ping pong ball between these two Goliaths. This maybe has not quite been the direction Judgment Day were hoping for this to go. The heart is on display, the thought process is very visible. A-Cam fired up. And here we go, just toppling him. 1, 2. And wait a minute. A-Cam. I mean, let's note the difference there. JD did not kick out. And could this be something? AOP live to regret. As, well, McDonough tagged from behind. And wait a minute. A gorgeous transition. McDonough fighting through. White catches him. And an instant kick out by A-Cam. Ah, well, Razor caught off guard now. JD finding the groove. Looking to try and shut down AOP, make the tag. And again though, McDonough. Short arm clothesline. Dominic back in. And they say go big or go home. When you're in the ring with the AOP, going big is a little bit more. Oh no. Dominic just hit head first on the ring apron. I think someone really needs to check up on Dominic's health right now. Tag made. A-Cam tagged back in, a full reset. And A-Cam is swearing to break McDonough. A vicious shoulder tackle right into the spine, and wait. McDonough still got that fight, rolls through, double foot stomp. Learned that from his mentor. A man who trained him to wrestle. Oh, well, McDonough going to the apron as if he's not a legal man, and a vicious snapmare over the ropes. Choke slam from Razor. And Dominic with a heart through the chest. Well, a fist right through the heart. Tag made. And here we go. The final chapter. Jessica Carr. 1, 2, 3. JD isn't dead. JD McDonough isn't dead, and well, this time switching up then. Razor put the oomph on the powerbomb for a second final chapter. 1, 2, 3. And well, they come a Razor, tag titles in hand. And well, the men who will be challenging them in the near future, Nathan Fraser and Axiom, looking to declare their bid as Razor and Akam welcome the fight. What a moment after a vicious beating as Fraxium refused to stand down. And with Pete Dunne jumping Cruz del Toro, and what you can see the NXT UK badge, what Drew and Regal have repped lately, and well, could this be the consequences? Of course, Andrade, his former friendships with the LWO, and well, Pete Dunne is just brutalizing Del Toro backstage. When you try and get someone back here to just end this, wait, no, that is a huge drop, and there goes Cruz, and wait, Bate in the car park. Hoa Quinn just checking out something from his rental, and Bate, well, Hoa Quinn tried to get some distance, but Bate instantly dropping him back on the floor. I mean, someone needs to bring order to this. Regal made a warning, and it seems that warning has come to light. Oh no, Hoa Quinn's hand just shut in the door. And now, Bate throwing the piece to the resistance. What the hell? Oh well, William Regal's reached seemingly a lot further than expected. He warned Andrade, and that warning's come to light. And now, and look who's looming behind. As Gable looks to pick up his win back against Jey Uso. Of course, Uso beat him in the first, well, in that qualifier for Backlash. And Gable felt like he came close. Felt like he had Jey on the ropes, but Jey's perseverance mustered him. Well, we saw what Karrion Kross did to Jimmy at Backlash. The health condition and the whereabouts of Jimmy Uso, Sylph had no word. But Kross would come out to taunt Jey, where Jey would rise up to the challenge, and now the Intercontinental Champion has arrived. Yeet. The main event, Jey Uso, where he belongs. And that is why he is here. Jey Uso went on one hell of a path. Defeated John, the greatest of all time, to pick up that championship. Looks to test himself at every opportunity he can. And now Jey as we get ready for the dolphin diving crowd. Who's ready to get hyped? Who's ready for some yeet? There we go. The cameraman getting into it. I apologize deeply if you have motion sickness. It feels mandatory. Huge chance, Gable focusing in straight away low. And you gotta imagine Jay is thrown off by the fact that he's got a man who clearly wants him put down. And while Gable put on a masterclass display here. And White Jay. Jay now getting Gable in the headlock. Using the legs to his advantage. And Jay. I didn't think it'd be done, but Jey Uso just out wrestled Gable on the mat, and now Gable butterfly powerbomb. Goes for cover. Jay kicks out before Jessica Cargill can even get in position, and here we go, Gator roll into the takedown. Just muscling around Jay, looking to show his strength and his superiority in the ring. And while Gable Jey Uso clutching that knee. Jessica, our referee, my apologies, it took me a few attempts to get that out. As Gable is now just cinching in on that leg. Jey Uso showed weakness, and Gable is going to exploit it. And just look at this, Gable with a systematic breakdown. Oh, wait a minute, single leg. Single leg Boston Crab. I mean, Gable can't even win the match out here. He was just to put pressure on and do as much damage as he could. And while Gable leaped into the ring, Jay was waiting for him. And this is a very risky play to engage in. We know Jey Uso is known very well for his heart, for his inability to stand down from a fight. His refusal to ever let anyone touch him, but stiff forearm, followed by a solid knee. Gut wrench into the... And that could be the game ender. 1, 2, no. Yeah, you could see Cross shaking his head. And well, Gable turned his back for a second too long, and a powerful bulldog. Uso with that spine buster. Gable shoulder up a 1. And well, Gable could be sealed into some serious trouble here, but no. Oh God. We know the dangers that the ankle lock can hold, and Jay got close enough to the ropes to call break. And while Gable thanking the crowd for coming, looking to seal the deal. Chaos Theory. 1, 2, 3. Gable has pinned the Intercontinental Champion. A women across. Giving Gable a chair and now scaring Jessica Carr away. Ross calling for it, but that's the OTC. Roman Reigns has returned to aid his cousin. And now Reigns fending off Cross and Gable with our steel chair.